little cheesy, but it's 100% true. I remember being in your shoes, the class of 1989. I did pretty well. Pretty good student, pretty good grades, played 2 sports, wrote for the school newspaper, was on the class council, part of the popular crowd or whatever you want to call it. But something just didn't feel right. I just didn't feel completely myself. I thought, is it me? Am I the only oddball here? Why does everyone else seem to have it all together? And then someone pulled me aside. Thank God they did. And they told me, Raj, your time is coming. For you, things will start falling into place in this next phase of your life. That lifted a huge weight off of my back. Tonight, that same weight will be lifted off of your backs. This next phase of your life is all about you. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to all of you in the next few years in this next phase. A lot of things will, but I do know a few things that will happen. Each of you, each and every one of you that's graduating tonight, you will succeed, you will fail, you will laugh, you will cry, and you'll love. When I was in your shoes, going off to college, I thought, gosh, you know what? I'll be learning about math and English and political science and history and all those subjects. And that's what college is all about. Or that next phase in your life, even if you're not going to college. If you're going to the military or going off to work right now. That next phase in your life. I learned all those subjects in college, but the subject I learned about most was me. It's the hardest subject in the world. But it's also the most rewarding. Your soul is waiting for you. If you follow it, tomorrow will be the first day of the rest of your lives. Item number 2. At some point this week, all the hype is going to die down. The grad night tonight, the congratulations, the cakes, the parties, they'll all be over. I want you to go into your bedroom, close the door, and I want you to think about your parents or whoever helped raise you. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But are they filled with love? Yes. My parents were pretty strict. A lot of times when my friends were out at the movies or restaurants or the beach, as someone else said, or out at a party, I was often at home doing chores, helping take care of my grandmother. And I often resented that. But now, I couldn't be more grateful. The lessons my parents taught me at your age are paying off even to this day. Lessons of respect, hard work, and family. So you might not see it now, but you will. I guarantee it. You're going to see it one day. But instead of waiting until the year 2023 or 2033 or that 30-year reunion of yours in 2043, appreciate your parents. Go into that room of yours at some point this week, close your door, and appreciate your parents now. And finally, to item number 3. Live in the moment. You all have stressed out so much with your SAT scores and your college applications, your sports, the clubs, part-time jobs, whatever, internships. Life can be overwhelming. Whether you're 18 years old, 38 years old, or 68 years old. It's always, life can be overwhelming. Just stop it. Stop it right now. Enjoy the moment you're in. Even if that moment sucks. Enjoy it because the moment will get better. Don't always be dragged down by your past. And don't always worry so much about your future. Before I became the main news anchor here at NBC, I was the main sportscaster for NBC. I got to know Barry Bonds pretty well, the Giants superstar. It would amaze me. I'd walk into the clubhouse right before the game. There's 40,000 people in the stadium. The LA Dodgers are waiting right out on the field. And I'd walk into the clubhouse and there's Barry on his little chair in front of his locker, snoozing. Just kind of dazed. And I thought, gosh, what a real weirdo. I mean, he's so lazy. Why would he want to do that? And I finally, a couple of years later, asked him, I said, Barry, I got to know, why are you just snoozing right before the game? And I thought, man, he's making a big mistake. I couldn't be farther from the truth. Instead of worrying about tomorrow's game, instead of worrying about last night's game, Bonds was all about that moment, that game straight ahead of him on that day. And when you focus on the matter at hand, your mind relaxes and allows you to succeed, and maybe allows you to take a nap. It's not easy to focus, especially nowadays. We really tried it when you're hanging out with your friends, your parents, or anyone else. Are you paying 100% attention to them? Or are you texting or checking Facebook or Instagramming or whatever? No, I love my phone, believe me. I'm not one of these people that, put your phone away. I love my phone. But let your heart and your head dictate your life and not your phone. When you live in the moment, the world will be yours. I mean that. I'm truly happy for each one of you. I look forward to bumping into you on the streets of Palo Alto or wherever we might be in the years from now, and hearing about your lives. Some of you will go on to be amazing entrepreneurs or business people or teachers or doctors or nurses, parents, or maybe even some NBC newscasters. But make me a promise. Actually, don't make me a promise. Don't make your parents a promise. Make yourselves a promise. Don't focus on your job title or your income level. Just focus on being a great part of your community, whether it's still here in the Palo Alto area or in New York or Texas or China or India, wherever it might take you. Be a great member and great part of your community like you are now, and be a loving member of your family. So with that all said, you guys have a big night ahead of you, don't you? Is there a grad night tonight? So this is where I'm not very happy with you. While you go off to party at grad night, I'm going to go back to the studio, put on some makeup, and do the 11 o'clock news. I would rather be hanging out with you guys. But I want to congratulate you to the class of 2013. Go get it.